Here we go. David, on the first bill, Senator Washington asked us to hold it for an amendment.
Yeah, I know. Okay, he's not here.
He's not here, so he asked that we hold Bill Senate Bill 9 for an amendment.
Yes, I think he's gonna ask for that.
Yeah.
Senate Bill 9?
Yes.
Senate Bill 9, yes.
So do these as consent now?
Okay. So Senate Bill 45, this alters the geographic area in the 45th Alcoholic Beverages District in Baltimore City in certain areas. There's an amendment that modifies the boundary of the Alcoholic Beverages District at issue under the bill.
Move favorable with amendment.
So Senator Hayes motion, Senator Reedy seconded, all in favor of Senate Bill 45? Unanimous. Minus 2 people that aren't here.
Okay. The next bill on your list is Senate Bill 51. It's a local bill that authorizes Prince George's County Board of License Commissioners to extend the deadline by which a license holder must file a renewal application. The bill also specifies that a license or permit that was subject to renewal from March 5th to December 31st, 2023, and was not renewed for pandemic-related reasons must be considered unexpired until July 1st, 2025. The license may be renewed if the licensee meets all the requirements for renewal and pays all past due fees. There's no amendments and has support of the county senators.
Senator Reedy seconded, all in favor of Senate Bill 51? Unanimous with everyone here.
Okay, the next bill is Senate Bill 66, another local alcoholic beverage bill that authorizes the Prince George's County Board of License Commissioners to issue an alcoholic beverage license for an establishment that is within 500 feet of a place of worship or within 1,000 feet of a school building if the license of the same class had been issued and was in effect for the establishment before the place of worship or school was built. There's an amendment, and you have a reprint that specifies that the license in question must be held by the same person seeking the new license. It basically grandfathers somebody in. The bill is supported by the county Senate delegation.
Senator Hayes motion, Senator Washington seconded, all in favor of the amended bill? Senator Ellis, are you voting? Okay, unanimous, everyone here.
Next bill is Senate Bill 428, a Garrett County local alcoholic beverages bill, establishes a Class B resort beer license, Class B resort beer and wine license, a beer, wine, and liquor license, festival license in the county. It also imposes a state residency requirement on applicants for licenses, increases the maximum fine for a violation of the county's laws, alcoholic beverages laws, extends Sunday hours for certain licenses, and prohibits beverages from being brought into an establishment, consumed, or transferred if the establishment is a place of adult entertainment. There are no amendments.
Senator Ellis, who seconds? Senator Ellis and Senator Klassmeyer, all in favor of the Garrett County bill? Unanimous, everyone here. Can I ask that we do the next two bills together? Nathan, explain the next two bills and then we'll take one vote.
Sure. Yeah, he wants to vote against one.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Well, then we won't do it that way. Thank you, Senator.
Yeah, I didn't know. I thought maybe
No.
I do want to vote against both. But
Well, okay. As we go along, most of these are total support from the counties, but we'll keep these two separate. The next three we're going to do together.
Right.
Senate Bill 529 expands in Caroline County the existing one-day beer and wine tasting license to be the one-day beer, wine, and liquor tasting license. The bill also increases from 8 to 9 ounces the total amount of beer that may be sampled in a day and authorizes an individual to sample half an ounce from each offering of liquor and up to 2.5 ounces in a day. The bill has the support of the delegation. There are no amendments, no fiscal impact.
Classmeyer motion, Senator Classmeyer and Senator Reed second. All in favor of Senate Bill 529? Unanimous vote. Thank you.
Senate Bill 531 establishes a barbershop and beauty salon beer and wine alcoholic beverages license in Caroline County. The board can issue the license to the holder of specified barbershop and beauty salon permits. The license holder may provide up to 12 ounces of beer and 5 ounces of wine by the class for on-premises consumption during barbershop and beauty salon related services. The bill has the support of the delegation. There are no amendments.
Can I have a second? Senator Reedy, Senator Classmeyer motion, Senator Reedy seconded. All in favor of Senate Bill 531? That is an 8-1 vote. Thank you.
Takes the next three together, and there is one that will have an amendment.
That's okay.
Senate Bill 560 authorizes the Frederick County Board of License Commissioners to issue a Class MG beer, wine, and liquor license for use at a certain municipal golf course to an official of the city of Frederick designated by the mayor, city Frederick. Senate Bill 561, also a Frederick County local alcoholic beverages bill, authorizes the county board to issue a manufacturer's limited beer, wine, and liquor permit to a holder of a Class 1 distillery license or a Class 5 brewery license. This permit authorizes the holder to allow a licensed caterer or other contracted party to provide sealed beer, wine, and liquor products not manufactured by the holder during private events for on-premises consumption at the licensed premises. The license holder must request approval from the board before each event. The amendment prohibits the license holder from having a direct or indirect pecuniary interest in the licensed caterer or other contracted party. This has support of the local delegation. And then Senate Bill 563, this is a Frederick County local bill, renames the Class C Weinberg Center beer, wine, liquor license as the Class C Weinberg Center / New Spires Art Stages beer, wine, and liquor license, and authorizes the county board to issue the license for use at the Weinberg Center for the Arts.
May I have a motion on Senate Bills 560, 561, and 563? Thank you. So we have Senator Reedy motion, Senator Mount seconded. All in favor of those three bills? Unanimous. Thank you.
Senate Bill 655, an Anne Arundel County local alcoholic beverages bill increases the annual salary of the part-time deputy chief inspector employed by the Board of License Commissioners and establishes the deputy chief inspector must work 10 hours per week.
Have a motion, please. Senator Classmeyer and Senator Hayes seconded. All in favor of Senate Bill 655? Unanimous. Thank you.
The next two, 734 and 736, are Harford County local alcoholic beverages bills. The first one has an amendment. 734 establishes a performing arts nonprofit organization, beer, wine, and liquor license. The County Board of License Commissioners may issue this new license for use on the premises of a performing arts nonprofit organization. The amendment makes changes to the purpose paragraph, and then the other amendment renumbers instead of repeals a provision that establishes a separate performing arts theater beer and wine license.
And the second, Kathy Classmeyer and Senator Ellis. All in favor of Senate Bill 734? Do I have a unanimous vote? Thank you.
I need to go through 36.
Yeah, we didn't do 30.
Sorry.
I did because it was.
Senate Bill 736 establishes a class GSF golf simulator facility alcoholic beverages license in Harford County and authorizes the local liquor board to issue this license for use at this facility that's open to the public. Has certain requirements. There's no amendments.
No amendments. Kind favorable. Hayes, Senator Hayes is favorable to have a second. Senator Kramer. All in favor of the simulator bill? Yeah,
Yeah, that's it.
Let's do the next two Frederick County bills. I don't think they have amendments, do they?
No, there's amendments to the first one.
We're gonna do 767 and 770 together.
Okay. Senate Bill 767 alters the promoter's permit in Frederick County to authorize the permit holder to sell beer, wine, and liquor at an event. The amendment makes changes to the title of the bill, and Amendment 2 prohibits a permit holder from holding an alcoholic beverages license and makes technical changes. Senate Bill 770 authorizes a license holder of a stadium license in Frederick County to sell liquor in addition to beer and wine for consumption on the licensed premises. It also increases the annual license fee for this license.
Okay, a motion for 767 and 770, please.
Move favorable.
And Senator Reedy seconded. Senator Glassmeyer motioned. All in favor of Senate Bill 767 and 770? All in favor? Unanimous. Thank you.
Oh, that worked. The next bill on your list is Senate Bill 833. As amended, it is now a local bill that for only Baltimore County reestablishes and makes permanent provisions of law enacted due to the pandemic and that terminated June 30th, 2023. The provisions include allowing restaurants, bars, and taverns to sell and deliver an alcoholic beverage for off-premises consumption or delivery if Baltimore County had adopted regulations to authorize these sales during the pandemic. These sealed alcoholic beverages must be sold before 11 p.m. only to a legal aged individual and must be purchased along with an order of prepared food. The amendments in front of you convert the bill into a local bill, and the bill does have the support of the Baltimore County Senate delegation.
Yes, Madam Chair. I do have concerns about the proverbial camel's nose under the tent. I would move unfavorable on the bill.
Second.
Well, I'm not real excited about this. And I really wanted this bill.
She's fighting
My
the tiger
local
for it.
beer house.
You're not on, you're not on.
Turn on your
turn
microphone.
Your microphone.
Oh, it's on. I, in good faith, I told the proprietor of the Dobbs Beer House that I would do my best to get this bill through. And why don't you like it?
And I very much appreciate your work and efforts to support your community on this, Madam Vice Chair, but I am very concerned that this would just be the beginning of a patchwork of these kinds of bills that would now be, the door would be open for that. And as a consequence, I would ask that we move unfavorable on it, but I do appreciate your effort and your work to support your community.
Well,
We have a motion on
wait a
favorable.
minute, wait a minute, look. I have a-
I would, if it hasn't been seconded yet, I'd like to second the motion. And again, I appreciate what you're doing, but I think Senator's right. If we end up doing this and we start making it for every individual county, we're gonna have every county come back and do this. And I think it was a good idea when it first got started for a short period of time, but I don't think that this is something that we need to continue moving forward with.
Thank you, Senator. We did have a second with Senator Hayes, but I appreciate your comments. So
I do too, thank you, but
all in favor of the unfavorable? 8-1, 8-1. Thank you.
thank you for your help.
Patrick, let's do the
Oh, I'm
two
sorry.
Washington County together.
Okay, both bills have support of the Senate delegation. 853 alters the existing stadium beer and wine license in the county to be a multi-use sports and multi-use sports and events facility, beer, wine, and liquor license. The holder is authorized to sell the beer, wine, and liquor for on-premises consumption to individuals present at the event. The bill also makes a series of changes relating to the use of the license. There are no amendments.
Favorable.
Senator Class.
You want to do two of them?
We did. Did you just do 855?
I just did the first one,
Okay,
sorry.
we want to do 855?
Senate Bill 855 alters in Washington County only the composition of the Board of License Commissioners and the Board of Community College Trustees. Under the bill, membership on both boards must be based on the results of the preceding election of the Washington County Board of County Commissioners. Specifically for the Board of License Commissioners, 2 members must belong to the political party that received the highest aggregated number of votes, and 1 member must belong to the political party that received the second highest number of votes. For the Board of Community College Trustees, 4 members must belong to the party that received the highest aggregated number of votes, and 3 members must belong to the party that received the second highest number of votes. No amendments on this one.
Thank you, Patrick. And we have letters on both of those,
Yes.
correct? Senator Ellis?
Yeah, thank you, Madam Chair. And I asked this question to the bill here, why is the community college trustees put into an alcohol bill?
Their decision was to put the 2 bills together because the explanation was that they both had provisions that had this type of structure for appointing individuals to these commissions.
I really don't like it. And I don't like also a community college board subject to partisan political gerrymandering. Majority party, it should be the best individuals to serve the educational needs of the citizens. Just like we have with the Board of Education elections across the state. They're nonpartisan. So why would we want to codify a political process in something that should be non-political? So I don't know if we could make a motion to separate the issues and only vote on the alcohol part and amend out the Board of Education, I'm not there with
Senator-
community college trustee.
Let's hold that bill for an amendment, but we really, with local courtesy, should talk to the representatives from Washington County, which I think there's only one. Am I correct? Is there only one senator? Oh, it's 2. Okay.
Yeah,
So let's just vote on Senate Bill 853
okay,
and we'll hold 855.
thank you.
So on 853, do I have a motion? Senator Kramer, you motioned, and Senator Hayes seconded. Okay. Thank you. All in favor of Senate Bill 853? That is unanimous. Thank you. And we're holding 855. Patrick, do you think we can do 895 and 904 together?
Yeah, and I will say just 855, the Triple E committee is second on the bill for the community college piece. So 895 and 904. 895 authorizes the Baltimore City Board of License Commissioners to increase annual supplementary and other alcoholic beverages licensing fees for certain licenses in the county, to set per diem and annual licensing fees for certain licenses, and to increase from $50 to $78 renewal application fees for all alcoholic beverages licenses. There are no amendments. And then Senate Bill 904 authorizes the Baltimore City Board of License Commissioners to issue a Class B beer, wine, and liquor license for use by a restaurant in Ward 4, Precincts 1 and 2, Baltimore City. The licensee may not sell alcoholic beverages for off-premises consumption except under a refillable container permit for draft beer as specified, and the license may not be transferred from the location of its first issuance. No amendments on this one.
Can I have a motion for Senate Bill 895 and Senate Bill 904?
Favorable.
Kathy, Senator Classmeyer and Senator Hayes. All in favor of 895 and 904? It's a unanimous vote. Thank you.
Senate Bill 933, back to Hartford County, again has support of the local jurisdiction, the delegation. Senate Bill 933 alters existing eligibility criteria for a performing arts theater license in Hartford County, and it authorizes the County Board of License Commissioners to issue the license to a for-profit organization instead of a nonprofit organization. It also authorizes the holder of a performing arts theater license to sell liquor for on-premises consumption in addition to beer and wine, and increases the annual licensing fee. There are amendments. One makes a change to the title of the bill. The other strikes a provision that authorizes the issuance of a Class C per diem license to a performing arts theater.
We have a letter from the senators of Hartford County.
Correct.
Move favorable.
Kathy, Senator Classmeyer, who's second? Senator Hayes. All in favor of Senate Bills 904, 933. I'm sorry, just Senate Bill 933. I'm sorry. Unanimous, everyone present. Okay.
Next bill is Senate Bill 941, which in Wacomico County authorizes the holder of a Class B beer, wine, and liquor license to purchase liquor for retail sale from a county dispensary or from a licensed wholesaler. And two, the bill establishes that a holder of a Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license that has been issued to a Class 9 limited distillery license may sell products manufactured under the distillery license at the restaurant for on and off premises consumption. The bill has the support of the delegation.
And there was no amendment.
There are no amendments.
May I have a motion for Senate Bill 941? Senate Mounts and Senator Ellis, all in favor of 941? Senator Hayes, okay. Not unanimous with everyone present. Next we have Patrick, Carroll County.
Senate Bill 964. This requires in Carroll County an alcoholic beverages license holder or an individual designated by the license holder who is in a supervisory capacity to be certified by an alcohol awareness training program and be present on the licensed premises during the hours in which the alcoholic beverages may be sold. It also requires at least one individual who is listed on the license as a license holder to maintain a current certificate reflecting the completion of this program while the individual is listed on the license. And it establishes certain penalties for a violation of the requirements under the bill. There are two amendments. One makes a change to the purpose paragraph. The other clarifies that the bill applies to a holder of a Class B or Class D license.
Do I have a motion on Senate Bill? So, okay, we have Senator Reedy motioned and Senator Classmeyer seconded.
Yeah.
All in favor of Senate Bill 964? Unanimous with everyone present. Thank you. Okay.
Okay, the next bill on your list is Senate Bill 1001. This is not a local bill. This is a statewide bill. And it, as amended, alters cultivation and production requirements that apply to a Class 4 limited winery license by requiring that rather than grapes and other fruit, Maryland-grown agricultural products may be grown in the state to make wine. The bill also increases the amount of wine to 75% that a license holder may purchase from another license holder, and requires finished wine being purchased to be made entirely of Maryland-grown agricultural products. You have a reprint in front of you with some amendments, which I just described, but there's also an additional amendment which I didn't talk about, and that's on page 1 of the reprint. You'll see that Maryland-grown agricultural product is defined at the request of the Alcohol and Tobacco Commission and Cannabis Commission to mean a Maryland-grown product does not include cannabis or any other product containing THC as defined in other parts of the article. So you'll have to wait a little longer before you can get your cannabis-infused wine. And the rest of the amendment, the reprint of the amendments as I just described, it changes Maryland to Maryland-grown and increases the percentage to 75%.
Thank you. Do I have a motion?
Move favorable.
And Senator Ellis second. So Senator Classmeyer and Senator Ellis, all in favor of Senate Bill 1001? Unanimous, everyone present.
Does not include cannabis.
Okay. Senate Bill 1002. The Frederick County bill has the support of the local Senate delegation. Establishes a class DBR license in Frederick County and authorizes the Board of License Commissioners to issue the license to a holder of a class 5 brewery license and serve the required on-premises consumption permit. Serve as the required on-premises consumption permit. What the license authorizes is the sale of beer brewed at the brewery for on and off premises consumption to the extent that the license holder is allowed under the holder's class 5 brewery license. The bill also establishes a class DDS license, which may be issued by the board to a holder of a class 1 distillery license. And this license authorizes the sale of brandy, rum, whiskey, alcohol, and neutral spirits that are distilled, rectified, blended, and bottled at the distillery for on and off premises consumption to the extent that the license holder is allowed under the class 1 distillery license. Couple of amendments. One makes the Frederick County Senators the bill sponsor and changes the title of the bill. The other amendment makes some technical changes.
Let's see.
There's no reprint for this one. Just describe them. They're pretty straightforward.
Okay, great. Do I have a motion for Senate Bill 1002? Senator Mouse, are you shaking your head? Yes, you're the motion? No, you're not. Do I have a motion for Senate Bill 1002? Thank you. Senator Washington moved and Senator Reedy second. All in favor of Senate Bill 1002? Everyone that's in favor, raise your hand. Okay, unanimous, everyone present. What was that?
The next bill is local Baltimore City Alcoholic Beverages Bill, Senate Bill 1008. This establishes a class MF Municipal Family Fun Center alcoholic beverages license in the 40th Alcoholic Beverages District in Baltimore City and authorizes the Board of License Commissioners to issue a license for use at a municipal bowling alley and skating rink located in a certain area. In addition, the bill authorizes the board to issue a class B beer, wine, and liquor license for a restaurant at a certain location on 29th Street if the applicant executes an MOU with the Greater Remington Improvement Association and the board waives a certain minimum seating requirement. The bill also specifies that a Class A license issued for a certain premises on East Biddle Street must be considered unexpired until July 1st, 2025 for the purpose of being renewed. There are no amendments.
Senator Hayes, can I get a second and then we'll do questions? Senator Hayes and Senator Reedy, Senator Ellis, what's your
Yeah, I'm
question?
curious, what is a family fun center? Is that what you said?
It is. I think the testimony was that this is actually a city-owned rec center and that they rent out the space for events.
Okay.
And so they want to make sure that there's a license available for that purpose.
Okay. Okay, thanks.
So all in favor of this Baltimore City Bill 1008? Thank you. Unanimous of everyone present. David,
Okay, the next bill on your list is Senate Bill 1010. It's a local bill that requires retailers in Baltimore County to have written approval from their licensing board of commissioners before applying to the executive director of the Alcohol, Tobacco, and Cannabis Commission for an individual storage permit, which is basically a place to warehouse their products. The same requirement already applies to Anne Arundel County. There are no amendments and the bill has the support of the county senators.
Kathy Klassmeyer was favorable. Who's the second? Senator Ellis. All in favor of Senate Bill 1010? Everybody, unanimous, 9-0.
The next bill is another local bill from Anne Arundel County. Senate Bill 1047 requires the Anne Arundel County Board of License Commissioners to receive written approval from the Anne Arundel County Office of Planning and Zoning before considering certain music and entertainment permits. The board may only issue these permits if the area used for the permit is 100 feet away from any residentially zoned properties. In addition, the bill renames the entertainment permit as the limited entertainment permit and the dancing permit as the full entertainment permit. There are no amendments for this one.
Can I have a motion favorable?
Move favorable.
Senator Mounts is a second. All in favor of Senate Bill 1047? Unanimous, thank you. Okay.
And then the final two bills on this list are local bills out of Baltimore City that have support. We have letters of support from the delegation. Senate Bill 1079 specifies in Baltimore City that a Class BD7 license is issued for premises in certain locations in the Hamilton community must be considered unexpired for the purpose of transfer to another owner at these locations if the applicant enters into an MOU with a certain community association. There is an amendment on this one. It specifies for one of the licensed locations under the bill requirements for the MOU. And then Senate Bill 1100 allows the transfer of 2 liquor licenses that are within 300 feet of a place of worship or school for specified areas in the 46th Alcoholic Beverages District in Baltimore City. It also allows the board to waive the requirement that a Class D beer, wine, and liquor license holder operating a restaurant not have a dining room adjacent to a bar in order to remain open after the closing hour for that class of license. In addition, the bill revives a Class BD7 license issued for a premises near O'Donnell Square in Canton for the purpose of completing a transfer at this location, and it allows the holder of a Class D beer and light wine license at a certain location in Highlandtown to convert to a Class D beer, wine, and liquor license if certain conditions are met.
Thank you, Senator Hayes. I have a motion. Do I have a second? Second, Senator Washington, Hayes and Washington. All in favor of Senate Bill 1079 and Senate Bill 1100? Senator Reedy? Okay, thank you. Unanimous, everyone present. Thank you. Senator Hayes, we need to have a conversation